Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm going to give you 3 fragrances in my collection. My collection that I absolutely detest, deplore, hate. These fragrances I just don't like. However, and I gotta make this little announcement because there are so many dudes, not women, guys in this community that take this hobby just way too seriously. If you like these, that's cool. My opinion does not make these fact. They just don't mesh with my nose. Oh my God. In 2023, we have to make these announcements. First one is actually gonna be Diesel's Only the Brave High. This stuff, I've said it before on camera, I hate this stuff. I don't know what it is, but like there's like different citruses. I think it's like lemon and grapefruit. There's geranium, mint, ginger. There's some woods and some amber to it. I don't know if it's like the combination of the notes themselves, but it does not mesh well with my skin, and it definitely makes my nose wrinkle. I'm thinking that it's the yuzu. I said it was like lemon and grapefruit. I believe it's yuzu. But like the yuzu with the mint and the ginger, generally that's actually a nice combination. You know, I actually enjoy those 3 together, or even just like if it's like a different type of citrus, it's something that I enjoy. But maybe it's like the added geranium that I just, no. For me, it does not mix well at all with my skin chemistry. I find this very loud, it's brash, it's quite annoying. And for the most part, I find that a lot of the fragrances from this brand, the brand of Diesel, caters more so to the younger demographics. When we naturally get older, we just become more cranky, more salty, more negative, more pessimistic. That just comes with age. So maybe it's just my crankiness accelerated from me being a transit operator for almost 20 years and just dealing with people, that I just kind of like have a different perspective when it comes to the young. Mine is Chad Secrets. Chad Secrets is just awesome. He's a bit of an old soul. You know, he's 27. He's a zoomer, for heaven's sakes, but he's actually cool in my books. He likes this. That's okay. You know what, Chad, if you're watching, if you want this, let me know. Free of charge. But this stuff I just find is better for a younger person. You know, it just has a bit of a, you know, like once I get past like the negative aspect of it, it does have a bit of a fun aspect. You know, it's definitely youthful, it's definitely spring and summer, it's casual, but because on my skin it's just a beast and it just really projects, I think it would be an alright night out scent. So before you take my opinion as fact, try this one out, you just might love it. Fragrance number 2, I am definitely a very salty individual, as you could tell. But this one here just does not work on my skin at all, and it has a very prominent sea salty accord, or it just has a lot of sea salt to it. Issey Miyake L'eau super majeure d'ici. See, that's how bad I don't like this scent. I don't even know the name. So I'm definitely coming in prepared. You know, you can definitely tell. But this does have some notes that I like clary sage and rosemary, so it does add a little bit of like an herbalness to it. It has sea notes and sea salt, which I do like, but just on my skin, it ain't meshing. There's also smoke, there's leather, and I believe there's some patchouli or some sort of woods. I don't know if it's the leather, but it's like on my skin, and again, I'm just a naturally salty individual. Comes with age, you know, I'm 46, I'm getting old. You know, I'm not Rush's age. Rush is definitely, he's an old man in this community. But it's just, it's extra salt. I don't know if it's just because of my natural saltiness or if I just consume too much salt, which I definitely have to lower. So blood work came back yesterday, including blood pressure. It's actually surprisingly pretty damn good, but still got to work on it. But this it's just extra salty, and I don't know why. It's just chemistry, skin chemistry really matters, and this just does not mesh with my skin. It does have that casual vibe, but it definitely is like a sea salty aquatic scent with some woods, maybe a little bit of leather, and definitely like an herbalness to it in the undertone. I think it's decent for the warmer weather if it meshes well with your skin. This is just casual though. Longevity is like, I don't know, like 7 to 10 hours. This one is like 9 to 10. And last but not least, this one here is very well loved from people who love challenging scents. I gotta state though that it's definitely a very masculine scent. Gucci Guilty Absolute. This is absolutely one of my worst smelling fragrances in my collection. This is not for like the mainstream taste, absolutely not. If you have something like, if your palate is a little bit more challenging, you like something that's darker, deeper, bolder, this is definitely something that you want to look into. But it is definitely very woody, it is very smoky. So you are gonna get leather, woods, patchouli, vetiver, and there's also a lot of cypress to this one here. For me, it is a very smoky, leathery, and very, like, I don't want to say cypressy because it's not a word, but it's more cypress than the other woods. It really is. This is a man's man type of scent. It's colder season. If you wear this in the summertime, you're just straight up an asshole. Plain and simple. There's no excuse for that. If you wear any of these around me, I think you're an asshole because I just don't like them. But this is for the bad boy, but it's also for a gentleman. So it does have that mature quality. I do state that even though that I don't like it, it has a certain class to it. It's like a James Bond. You know, James Bond, he wears his tuxedos, he knows how to dress, but he definitely has that side to him that is killer. He's an assassin, a spy, he's a badass dude. That's what this kind of is. Funny story with this one here is that I had COVID towards the end of April. I couldn't even smell this. I'm like, this is such a weird sensation. This, when I had COVID, smelled fantastic because I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't even smell my wife's cooking, the spices. I could not smell nothing, which was so weird because this stuff here is polarizing. It can be very heavy, and it's more heavy than the other two fragrances. So less is more. Longevity, 9-10 hours. And guys, that is 3 fragrances in my collection that I absolutely hate. Now, just because I hate them does not mean that they are bad fragrances. So please check these out. If you haven't done so, you might think that these are fantastic, wonderful, works of art. Well, if you're really about the art of perfumery, this one for sure. The other two, not so much. If you want to see the reviews that I've done on these, they will all be down in the description box below. And because that this is just like a different type of video, why don't you check out right here. You might get a smell and rate, you might get a spoof, an impersonation, who really knows. And if you like this video, please leave me one of these. Thank you for your time, take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.